Good morning and welcome back towards another video, and today we are going to be going over Myrddin. Let us begin. Okay, so this is a dungeon that isn't really talked about all that much. Now, Myrddin is actually a really great gold farm for transmog and old world materials. What you're going to be wanting to do is head your way over towards Desolus. Over in Myrddin, right about here, you just have to go through the cave and finding the instance portal. It's kind of long-winded, however, once you actually get there, you can farm this quite well in the grand scheme of things. Now, if we pull up Loot Appraiser right now, we can actually see that farming this up will be very easy. There are a few things to note when actually doing this farm, and that is that it has 2 instance portals, which means when you actually do this, you can actually, if we pull up the map, if you do a whole loop round and get to the other side, you can actually get to the second entrance portal. This means that instead of doing the entire thing and then using your dream walk to get out or running back to the instance portal, instead of that, it's actually faster to do a full clear all the way around to the outside the next portal, jump out, reset, go back in this way and go and loop round. So it's working in a crescent moon shape, so you are constantly farming for that entire duration. That being said, another thing to mention when actually farming all of this up is actually the mobs inside of this. There are tons of different types of lashes which drop all of the old world herbs, so that actually boosts the amount of gold that you can actually create, and that actually works out quite well for just selling flat line materials. However, with these different types of creeping sludges, they also have a keynote ability as well. Now, this means that they come with this bag called the Scum Covered Bag. This Scum Covered Bag has the chance of containing a Disgusting Oozling battle pet. Most notably, you could farm the Disgusting Oozling within the Swamp of Sorrows. However, while farming this up, you can always farm up this, and instead of trying to give an hour just to farm the Disgusting Oozling, you can add this to your farm, and this is just something you can gain as a side note while actually farming everything up. This means that when you open this up, you have your chance of your Disgusting Oozling, and if we actually go into Worth It, we can actually check it up into this farm. So we could go to Open World, and we could have a look at the Disgusting Oozling, which is currently going for about 29,000 gold. So with those bags, you have a small chance, but you have a chance of getting the Disgusting Oozling from this farm as well as farming all the other different types of transmogs that you can actually obtain from this, as well as a 10 ton of different types of herbs which you can gain from this farm to sell on the auction house. All round, this farm is just a great gold farm in order to actually gain a ton of different types of transmog, materials, and even a chance of a pretty cool battle pet, so to speak. And it can be done pretty dang fastly if I wasn't talking. But along with that, while actually farming all of this up, your different types of transmog you can actually obtain from this is a couple of keynote ones, which is the Wolf Fear Harness for 4,999 gold, the Poison Tipped Bone Spear 426 gold, and the Dead Wood Sledge for 8,000 gold. Along with that, with Myrddin, it actually can contain a 10 ton of different types of old world transmog that are on the world loot table. That means you can get a hold of different types of items that actually can be farmed in the open world that are worth a great deal, as well as all of that, and can increase your gold value overall. As well as farming all of this up, you do get different types of recipes. I just gained a green iron shoulders recipe, and the most notable one that can actually be farmed from this instance is actually the rich purple shirt pattern, which can be sold on the auction house. That one is worth 10 tons of gold, and it can be sold on the auction house for pretty much near to can be actually sold for close to near as a Disgusting Oozling. So overall, this farm has been a staple of mine for quite a while. I Generally love farming this one because every time I go back to this, I always gain something of value pretty much every hour's worth of farming. And for me, it's just incredibly easy to clear and carry on and continue while gaining 10 ton of different types of materials, transmog, and even battle pets. And even the chance of that battle pet that I can actually get along with that just by opening these bags passively while I'm farming. Other than that, that's pretty much everything I have to say for this gold farm for today. If you want any other different types of resources or materials, then please feel free to go over towards the Patreon. Other than that, have an awesome rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.